Hey guys, welcome back to In Search of Tone. This is episode 2 of my new series, Traffic Tone Talks. Now in the last episode, we talked a little bit about, amp tone and cranking it, and how that was kind of creating a stage volume problem for me. Well, now let's talk about the solution. And what that is, power attenuators. Now hopefully everybody knows what a power attenuator is. I mean, long story short, goes in between your amp and your cab, dial back the actual volume. You kind of use it as a master volume, but in a better way. See, your master volume is great, but if you're running an older style single channel amp like I do, you're not getting that preamp distortion that you're going to get out of a 2-channel amp. And so to get to that sweet spot, you got to push the power in. And if you've got your master volume down, guess what? You're not pushing that power amp. Well, I mean, you're pushing it, but not as far as you could be, not as far as you should be to get that tone. And so what the attenuator allows you to do is dial back the actual, power that's going to the speakers, while still running that amp just as hot as you want. Now, there's a lot of these things out on the market, and for a lot of us, I think price point is going to be a real big deal. I think what was it, Behringer, I think, makes one for, I don't know, it's like right around $100. From all I can tell, it's a good unit. It's great. It does what it's meant to do. It's power soak, whatever. But here is my advice, especially, if you're like me, if you're a worship guitarist or you play small venues with a lot of the sound going through front of house, you're mixing it at the desk, and you've got to keep your stage volume down just because of that. 2 Notes has their Captor series, and I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the Captor X. But this thing, if I remember right, you're talking under $300, and not only do you get power attenuation out of it, but it has a direct out, and it's got a really good one, because you're able to use the 2 Notes wall of sound. So you're able to dial in to front of house, like say, you've got whatever for a cab. It could be a cheap cab like mine. I run an MG cab right now. But I could be sending my signal through, an oversized Mesa cabinet, for instance, loaded with vintage 30s or greenbacks or, whatever the case may be. And so you can really get dialed in, for your mix, exactly what you'd want to be if you were running, full 412 cab, cranked, just exactly what you want to have. All right, guys, I want to say that I was wrong about the 2 Note stuff. So you do not get a knob to dial in your sound with the 2 Notes Captor, and the Captor with the IR loader is the Captor X, and it is closer to $600. I think it's $599. So for the sub 300, you can still get a Captor. It will not be the Captor X. It doesn't have the IR loader. It's still great, but so what you get with that is it's a negative 20 decibel attenuation, which, I mean, for your 50 to 100 watt amp, that's going to be great. We'll see how it is for the 20 watt amp. The Captor X has a 20 watt or 20 decibel or 38 decibel selectable attenuation, so you can't really dial it still, but you do have selectable. But that one comes with the IR loaders. So for $600, you're getting the IR loader, so that's where you get all the different cabs, all the different rooms, and everything that goes along with it. And that's where you're going to play live with those sorts of sounds. Now, with the standard captor, the sub $300 unit, you can go to your DAW and run the Wall of Sound software and be doing the same thing. You just won't be able to do it live. So that's where your price point really comes into play, is whether you're getting the standard captor, the Captor X. If you want to do that live with the standard captor, you're gonna have to buy the Cab M as well, which, I mean, for your dollar, you're probably a little bit better off getting the Captor X. So still, with the Captor X, you are about halfway to the aux box, which that's probably about the top dog right now. So, I mean, if you want to dial in that stage volume exactly where you need to be, the aux box is definitely going to be the way to go. But at $1,200 to $1,300, it is going to be significantly higher in price point, and that's where I'm going to say the 2Notes Captor X is definitely going to be where I'm going to go. We'll see how that minus 20 decibel works with the 20 watt amp. It is going through a 412, so chances are we're still going to be exactly where I want to be for stage volume, and I will give you guys a full review on that. So take that however you will. Yes, I was a little bit wrong on the 2Note stuff. However, the ability to load those IRs, to be able to take to front of house exactly the sound that I want, be able to shape that tone, and in fact, it gives me a little bit of a tone shaping ability going to my cab as well. It is probably still what I would consider your best bang for your buck as far as that type of tool. And we will see how it goes from there on. And the other nice thing about running one like this is for recording. So if you do recording at home, you can plug your head into this thing and you can run silent. You can run silent directly into your interface and have everything set up with impulse responses. You know, hook up your headphones, jam away. Don't have to worry about waking anybody up. Super awesome. Now this, this is not by any means the only one that does it. I don't want to sit here and brag on 2Notes. I'm not getting paid by them. I don't have any of their products as of right now. I'm just super impressed by them. I mean, if you want to pony up the cash, there's, there's a Universal Audio with their aux box. Super fantastic system. I mean, so many guys are using these things and get such great results. I mean, if you don't know any of the YouTubers I'm talking about, like, look up Stay Metal Ray. Dude, that guy, he records at home, amp into the aux box, into the computer, and it is a wonderful combination. You'll also see guys, I'm pretty sure Fluff uses one. If you watch the Andertons channel, I'm pretty sure they're going through the aux box for a lot of their stuff, if nothing else for attenuation in the room. So, I don't want to diss on these higher end products, but man, bang for your buck, under $300, and you get all these features. And 2Notes, I mean, these guys have been coming out with some great stuff. I'm super excited to be getting into that world of, products, and to be able to shape my tone with them. So I think we're going to go ahead and keep this one kind of short. Traffic's lightening up just a little bit, so I'm going to concentrate a little bit more on what's going on around me. You guys stay safe. I'll see you in the next one.